I got to about 15, which was when I found a really nice country manor hotel, and I got an apprenticeship, and I was taught by a really good guy. He was the chef to the Duke of Westminster. He gave me one-on-one tuition for 2 years, which made me really love it, and I used to really enjoy being there, cooking throughout the day and night, doing all kinds of nice things with food. The ideas for the pies came from years of chefing, actually, lots of trying out different dishes, and also John put loads in there as well. So we sat down in my parents' basement, which is where we set up the business initially, just wrote down every single recipe we could think of. And then it came to the point where we had to choose which pies to use out of this 120, and we decided to go for traditional pies and tested out our adventurous flavours on just various friends and the WI, and got an idea of what we should be putting on the menu. Actually, a lot of the time they come from everybody in the business. We come up with a pie, and then we asked everybody to come up with a name for it. Although I would say that actually some of the best names have actually come before the pies as well. So we wanted to do a fish pie, and we thought, well, Titanic would be a great name for that, and then we made a pie to go with it. We also put the names out on Twitter and Facebook, and give a list of different names and get people to vote what names they would like to call the pie. And then we also get them just to suggest other names as well, and they've come up with some really good ones. But it's a hotly debated subject, it's the new name of a pie these days. I did a Chiang Mai pie, which was a sort of northern Thai pie. Bean shoots in it, and sort of peanuts and pineapple. Doesn't really work in a pie. And yeah, we did the Mighty Aphrodite, which again I really like the concept of, but it didn't work. It was a moussaka in a pie. It was a veggie one, but we used a special grain called freke in it, which is a sort of roasted barley grain, and yeah, again, didn't really hit the spot for the punters, unfortunately. So we've learned it's good to be adventurous, but we again have to get feedback from people before kind of putting it out to market. And we've learned the hard way at times. We've put out loads of different flavours into the market, again, traditional ones and some modern ones, and we've seen what works, and when it hasn't worked, we've just taken it out. So it's constantly evolving range. We are constantly trying to think about why people wouldn't eat pies and trying to sort of counteract that. So health is one. We're constantly thinking about working on different healthy pies. The vegetarian is a really big one. There literally used to be no veggie pies out there apart from just cheese and potato. And again, we have a really good cheese and potato one. We started to come up with lots of different veggie pies that would work, and they've been really, really good for us. Again, fish pie. So it's all about trying to break down the barriers to people eating pies and give them something that's good and special, and give them as many reasons to eat our pies as they possibly can. I would love to tell you about all the awards that we've won here at pieminister. So we won a Family Business of the Year award for being a family business. This very year we've won a gold award. We're a champion for the best steak and kidney pie in the UK. We also got one for a chicken pie as well, so chicken pie of the year. We've had awards for all of our different flavours, so we've had, again, that was a chicken pie award. We've had a gold award for the Mr. Porky pie. We've had the Heidi pie was a previous champion, British Pie of the Year award, best vegetarian pie in the UK. We've also had awards for using free-range chicken. As I said, we're the only free-range chicken pie producer in the UK, so it was really good to get an award for that one. We got one also for using free-range eggs. We also have won various sort of business awards. So we got Entrepreneur of the Year awards. This was one that John and I won together, which was really exciting. Yeah, we aim to keep winning lots of awards because it's really fun. Whenever we're sourcing ingredients, we always start off by looking locally. If there isn't anything locally, then we go regional. If there isn't anything regional, then we'll go national. And then we have some very strict rules that we put on ourselves. So, for example, with chicken, for example, we will only ever use free-range chicken. That's a real big point. In fact, we're the only UK pie producer to use free-range chicken in the pies. Beef, we used to use a single farm when we first started, but we can't anymore because we actually use lots and lots of cows worth of beef. So, and because we take a specific cut, we have to get it from lots of different places. So we work with various local butchers to be able to help us find all of that beef from various different places. With vegetables, we again use our local greengrocer. So say when veg is in season, then we will use it from the UK, and they do that for us, and preferably local as well. As things come out of season, then we do have to get them from abroad at times, but the aim is to use as much that is as British as possible. Meat is always British, and yeah, that's kind of how we source. So do it carefully. In one sentence, our promise is to make really delicious food that is natural, responsible and enjoyable. And so to break them down a little bit, every element of those pies has to be really good. Crispy pastry and beautiful casserole. It's really simple. We also want people to, when they're eating the pies, not to have to worry about the environment. We want it to be easy for people to be good. And so we do the work for them. You know, we'll use free-range chicken, we'll source our meat from the UK. Also, it's really important that fun comes through for us, and that everybody that comes into contact with pieminister enjoys the experience, whether or not it's a supplier, someone that works in the business, or a customer. Ultimately, all that enjoyment means that you can almost taste the love in the pie. You know, it's all about creating lots of enjoyable experiences and fun, and also to constantly improve. We believe that gives you a product that's going to be better than anybody else's. John and I want pieminister to be the world's favourite pie company ever, and that means being the best, basically, at what we do. That means best pies. The pies have to be consistently excellent. We've got to give the best experience as well, so the staff have got to be sort of fresh and friendly. The pie's got to be served in a perfect way, in really nice environments. The website has to be up together and really crisp, and it's got to be fun as well. People got to really enjoy it. I think that really comes through at the end of the day in terms of a company that's fantastic. It's a really good company to just interact with, and I want it to be sustainable as well. I want to be able to turn around in 50 years time and look at the business. I mean, every now and then we have these big staff events, and there's nothing better for John and I to sort of look around and just seeing everything that we came up with when we were sitting in our basement in Bristol, you know, years before. And it'd be great to be able to do that as you get older and show your grandkids what you started and when you set up your first factory. It's just a really lovely experience. We want everybody to be as touched as they possibly can be.
Feeling hungry, fancy a pie. Fantastic pastry, tasty filling inside. A minty peas, mashed potato and gravy. It's a nice pieminister pie.